Okay, get ready with me to film my Formula One podcast episode review, the China review, while doing a full face of Charlotte Tilbury makeup, because we're going to be talking about F1 Academy and everything that happened this weekend in F1 Academy, in the first F1 Academy race of the season. Obviously, we have to support Charlotte Tilbury, also my girl. Skincare first, always. So F1 Academy's first race weekend of the year was this weekend. It was in China, and there was a few changes this year. One being the reverse grid, I guess. It actually turned out to make things really exciting, as we saw in the race. Free practice this weekend did start the first F1 Academy weekend off with a bit of drama. There's an incident between Rafaela Ferreira and Leah Block, and that ended up destroying Leah Block's car, so she couldn't actually compete in qualifying. This instance gave Ferreira a 3-place grid penalty for both races, and then basically she was weaving and ended up crashing. Qualifying was fun though, because we saw the strengths of some people that I wasn't exactly thinking I would see such strength from so early on. Example, Alba Larson, she was insane. She was slaying. Maya Vug got P1, Pan, and then Larson. But it's obviously a reverse grid for one of the races, the race on Saturday. So that means that the top 8 is reversed for one of the races. It means Nina Gaidman was actually on pole. The rest of the grid doesn't change. It's only top 8 that changes for reverse grid. Then came race 1 on the reverse grid. Chloe Chambers. I said this last year as well. She's always one to look out for me, because I think she just has some insane moments. She's also really funny. She had a good start, but Pomeski had a better start. We had a very early on DNF, unfortunately, in the most gorgeous car livery you could ever see for the wildcard. She was a few instances in race 1. Nobels was out by around lap 5, I think, which was pretty unfortunate. Had contact with Leah Block. That caused a yellow flag then. More DNFs. We had Havda had some contact with Chloe Chong. She DNF'd and Chloe Chong got a 10-second penalty from that. And then at the restart, you know who had a really good restart? Nina Gaidman. Gorgeous pink car. He had problems and had to retire the car. This was literally lap 12 out of 13, so it was very unlucky for Nina. Larson then had contact with Feldmeyer. Pan goes straight through. Who was leading then? Alicia Pelmowski, the Red Bull driver, who also started in Daniel Ricciardo karting series, so sort of iconic from her. Chambers P2, Vogue P3, Heisman and Felbermeyer with another incident. We'd 4 DNFs in total, I think, in race 1. So then we had race 2, and race 2 was actually a rolling start, so they had an extra formation lap as well, so the race was a little shorter. And can I just say, Dorian Pan, insane overtake right at the start. Was on Maya Vogue as well, and obviously Maya Vogue is an incredible racer, which makes the overtake even more impressive. We still did have some more contact. Gaidman and Heisman had contact on lap 1, and there was a lot more drama to come, but this one confused me a little. Chloe Chong hit Kakante, which I then believe Nobels and Havda tried to avoid, which ended up with them DNFing. Neither of them could get their cars going again. They looked very disappointed after that, as you would. Sean got a 10-second penalty for that. Am I doing blush blindness right now? Probably. Heisman also got a 10-second penalty for causing that collision earlier on. Want to see something devastating? Even though Dorian Pan got Vogue from the get-go, Vogue was not giving up. She stayed within 1 second of Pan the entire race. Block actually had some good moves during that race as well. She had a really nice move on Courtney Crone. Race ended with Pan P1, Vogue P2, Chambers, Larson, Felbermeyer, Pomowski, I believe. Let's do lip cheat before we do mascara. Lips, pillow talk. Okay, how are we looking at this? It's never complete without setting spray. Now for the hair and the outfits.
Okay, makeup's to the slate. For a longer rundown, my podcast episode talk about F1 Academy and F1 Weekend at China, the final chicane, link in bio, or just search on YouTube, Spotify, whatever you want.